I accidentally stole $7,000 from a man who makes $4 million a year. He paid me, did the work for maybe a week, then vanished, just stopped responding, ghosted completely. And in that silence, he taught me something worth more than the money he gave me. The exact habits that separate people who dream about wealth from people who actually build it. These aren't the things everyone tells you. Not wake up early or work hard. Those are lies sold to keep you grinding in place. These are the habits millionaires guard like nuclear codes, because if everyone knew them, the game would change. Let me show you what I learned from someone who escaped the game entirely. 7 months ago, I launched a consulting business teaching coaches how to grow on YouTube. The pitch was simple. I'd built one of the fastest-growing self-help channels in the world. I could help them do the same. And it worked, violently. One anxiety coach went from scraping by at under $5,000 a month to pulling $65,000 in profit in 90 days. A business coach made $30,000 in his first 5 days after joining. I was riding high, feeling unstoppable. Then he showed up in my inbox. "Hey, I'm making about $4 million a year from my coaching business. Want to help me get famous on YouTube?" $4 million. I nearly fell out of my chair. Of course I said yes. We signed the deal, $7,000 for one-on-one mentorship. We started working together immediately. But here's where it gets interesting. Because it was intensive one-on-one coaching, we talked constantly. Phone calls, deep conversations, real relationship building. And I stopped talking about YouTube strategy. I started asking different questions. How did you actually get here? What do you know that I don't? What he told me shattered everything I thought I knew about making money. Secret 1. Your brain is sabotaging your wealth. The first thing he said felt like a punch to the gut. Most people think they want to be millionaires. They're lying, to themselves and everyone else. I pushed back. What do you mean? Everyone wants money. He laughed. No, everyone wants the idea of money. When they get close to actually having it, they sabotage themselves back to safety. Then he explained something called the internal thermostat. Your subconscious has a temperature setting for how much wealth you can handle. Let's say your thermostat is set to $5,000 a month. When you drop below that, lose your job, unexpected expense, you work harder, you hustle, you save every penny, you claw your way back to $5,000. But here's the trap. When you rise above $5,000, land a promotion, close a big deal, you unconsciously sabotage yourself back down. You spend recklessly, you get lazy, you make terrible decisions that mysteriously bring you back to your comfort zone. You're not failing because you're capable. You're failing because success terrifies you more than failure. I sat with that for a moment. How many times had I made decent money, then immediately found ways to blow it? New camera equipment I didn't need, expensive dinners to celebrate, subscriptions to services I never used. Every time I got above my thermostat, I unconsciously dragged myself back down. He continued, the first habit of actual millionaires is understanding this self-sabotage and killing that internal thermostat. You have to reprogram your subconscious to believe you deserve wealth. Otherwise, you'll spend your entire life bouncing between the same two numbers. Breakthrough. Write down the income you're comfortable making. That's your thermostat. Now, write down what you actually want to make. The gap between those numbers? That's not a skill problem. It's a self-sabotage problem.
Secret 2. Every millionaire has a mindset coach. A few calls later, I asked where he learned all this psychological wealth stuff. My mindset coach. I almost rolled my eyes. Mindset coaches, life coaches. The whole industry felt like expensive platitudes sold to desperate people. He caught my hesitation immediately. Let me guess, you think mindset coaching is BS? I mean, kind of. There is not a single millionaire I personally know who didn't have a mindset coach at some point in their journey. Not one. He rattled off names like he was reading a grocery list. Mike Tyson, Conor McGregor, Tyson Fury, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Steve Jobs. You think these people, legends in their fields, were wasting money on feel-good conversations? They hired mindset coaches because how you think determines what you see. Then he explained something that changed my entire perspective. Positive thinkers and pessimists walk into the same room, literally the same room, same opportunities, same resources, same potential. The optimist sees 3 different ways to make money, 2 people they should connect with, and 1 problem they could solve. The pessimist sees competition, risks, and reasons why nothing will work. Same room, different realities. The only difference is the lens they're looking through. Your mindset isn't some fluffy self-help concept. It's the operating system that determines which opportunities you even notice, let alone act on. If you don't invest in reprogramming your mind, he said, you'll keep seeing the same limited world and wondering why nothing changes. Breakthrough. Find someone, therapist, coach, mentor, who can help you identify the limiting beliefs running your subconscious programming. You can't reprogram what you can't see. Secret 3. Hard work is a scam. This one made me angry at first. I asked how he made $4 million while working only a few hours a day. His answer, hard work does not equal success. If it did, every teacher, construction worker, and office employee grinding 60-hour weeks would be rich. They're not. You want to know why? I nodded. Because they chose low-value skills that the market doesn't reward. I chose to learn a high-value skill that people will pay premium prices for. Then I got mentors to show me how to monetize it at scale. Let that sink in. The construction worker destroying his body for 40 grand a year works infinitely harder than someone selling online courses for $4 million. But the market doesn't care about effort. It cares about value. You can work yourself to death at a low-value skill and die broke. Or you can work strategically at a high-value skill and build wealth while you sleep. The third habit isn't work harder, it's work smarter by choosing skills the market will actually pay for. Copywriting, sales, video editing, coding, digital marketing, coaching high-ticket clients, building systems, creating scalable offers. These aren't harder than manual labor, they're just more valuable to the marketplace. Breakthrough. Identify one high-value skill in your field and commit 90 days to mastering it. Not dabbling, mastering. Find someone already making money with that skill and learn directly from them.
Secret 4. He gave me $7,000 for nothing. Now, here's where the story gets wild. After he paid me $7,000 for the YouTube program, something strange happened. He stopped showing up. Missed calls, ghosted messages, completely vanished. At first, I thought I'd done something wrong. Then I realized he didn't value what he'd bought because it didn't hurt financially. $7,000 to someone making $4 million a year? That's like you spending $5 on coffee. You don't think about it. You don't protect it. You certainly don't change your behavior for it. And that's when the 4th habit hit me like a freight train. You must be financially invested in your own success, not just emotionally, financially. When money is on the line, real money that hurts to lose, you show up differently. You do the work. You push through resistance. You take it seriously. But when there's no skin in the game, you treat it like a hobby, and hobbies don't build wealth. This is why free courses collect digital dust, why cheap programs get ignored, why people who invest serious money get serious results. Pain creates commitment. Commitment creates transformation. Since learning these 4 habits, everything changed. I stopped self-sabotaging when money came in, started investing in my mindset instead of just my skills, doubled down on high-value skills instead of busy work, and put real money behind my goals to force myself into commitment. Last month, my consulting business generated $20,000 in revenue. That's not a flex. It's proof that these habits work when you actually apply them.
But here's what I realized. These 4 habits aren't just for millionaires. They're the reason people become millionaires in the first place. Understanding self-sabotage stops you from unconsciously destroying your own success. Investing in mindset reprograms the lens through which you see opportunity. Learning high-value skills ensures the market actually rewards your effort. Financial investment creates the commitment that turns information into transformation. Strip away the motivational BS. Remove the grind harder mythology. What's left are these 4 principles that separate people who dream about wealth from people who build it. So here's your choice. You can close this video and go back to working hard at low-value skills, sabotaging yourself every time you get close to a breakthrough, wondering why nothing changes. Or you can start applying these 4 habits today. Today, identify your internal thermostat. Write down the income you're comfortable making. That's your ceiling until you consciously decide to raise it. This week, find one person, coach, therapist, mentor, who can help you identify the limiting beliefs sabotaging your success. Invest in reprogramming your mind. This month, choose one high-value skill and commit 90 days to mastering it, not casually learning, mastering. Right now, put money behind your goal, real money, enough that it hurts, enough that you won't let yourself quit. These aren't suggestions, they're the exact blueprint that took my client from 0 to $4 million, the same blueprint that took me from struggling to 20 grand months. The millionaire who accidentally taught me these lessons by ghosting on $7,000 proved something crucial. Wealth isn't about working harder, it's about thinking differently, choosing valuable skills, investing in your mind, and committing with your wallet. Everything you need is already available. The question is whether you'll actually apply it or just consume another video and do nothing.